I think our conversations, people would like do a lot to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah. Hell, I'd pay a lot to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah. So it's like,
Right.
it's like I have people in my office with tears often.
Mm.
By often, I don't mean every day, and I don't mean I make them cry, right? But I'm willing to, I seek conflict every day, but I don't think conflict is a negative thing. I think conflict is the only way you grow.
See, one of my issues is conflict avoidance.
Yeah, not mine.
Yeah. I wish mine wasn't because that one thing has probably caused me more grief than any other one thing I can sit here and think of off the top of my head. And I'm not saying that as a figure of speech. Like I literally think that one thing has caused me more grief than anything else. Interesting enough, not in my personal life, only in my work life.
Oh, that's
Because in my
interesting.
personal life, like me and you, we work together, but we're buddies, right? Like we're buddies, like real buddies.
Yeah, I care about you.
Yeah, same here. So if we had a riff going on, or if I like if something like if I thought I thought I don't know you did something or said something and it ruffled my feathers, I have no issue whatsoever in my personal life going, hey Jim, man, I heard or I saw I got CC'd. Maybe you didn't want me to see this, but I said, are we okay? Like I don't have an issue doing that at all. But at work, I don't know why. I've always like it's always been an issue.
Can I ask you
Um,
about that?
what's that?
I want to ask you about that.
Tell me.
Not a simple question like why, but more like do you find yourself, are you in the pattern or have you been in the pattern that I see with loan officers and their team members, which is avoid, 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 explode? I don't see you as an exploder.
No, I'm not an exploder. No, I tell you what, I have a solution and I've done it.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So my solution is or was, and it's still working very, very well, is to remove myself from that role because
Uh,
I'm no good at it. I'm no good at it.
hire someone that's good for the things you're not good at, hire someone that is.
Yeah, and because otherwise, if I work on my weaknesses, and that's a definite weakness, if I work on my weaknesses, I end up with a bunch of strong weaknesses.
Completely agree with that. The whole passion project, the whole,
Yeah,
follow your skill, man. I tell my kids
yeah,
all the time, like, you may love basketball, but you can't dribble, bro. When you've been
yeah.
working for 10 years, like some people just
So,
can't dribble, man.
yeah, pick up a tennis racket and see what that
But
feels like.
dude, you're so good at chess. Like you don't even try and you win. Like,
Yeah,
yeah. I think
yeah,
a lot of people work on passion projects and it's like,
yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
It's like I remember I don't know 4 or 5 years ago, we were in the office and I messaged so and so. We use Slack a lot, even in the office when we're one office, two offices down. Instead of yelling out the window or anything, we just
Yeah.
Slack each other. Said, I don't remember who it was to be honest with you, but it was about 5 years ago, and I messaged Bob or Becky, whoever. Hey, can you come to my office real quick? And he or she came down. Actually, it was a lady. I remember that. So she came down and she opened the door, and I could see the look on her face, like, "Oh God, am
She's
I
in trouble.
okay? Yeah, am I okay?" And she hadn't been with us that long, less than say 6 months. And so she walked in, I saw it in her face. I said, "Hey, first of all, let me tell you something. Anytime you get called to my office, it's always good, like always. So either A, it's a praise, or B, I'm going to ask you something that I need help with, always." Now, if you get called into Diane's office
You should be nervous.
or Julie's office, that could go either way. Well, because it can go either way.
It can, yeah, you don't want to
Yeah, it
offend.
can. I mean, yeah, so the person that's does well at that in my office isn't always bad news, right? I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
almost always is good news. Almost always, probably 98% of the time, but 2% of the time, and they might say 20% of the time. I don't know what the number is because I don't get involved with it. And that way, I keep a great relationship with all the people that I work with because I'm never the bad guy. I'm the
Yeah,
idea
that's
guy.
that's paramilitary.
Wait,
That's paramilitary.
tell me, tell me.
Well, the general with the stars, he don't bust you. He
Mm,
rolls down the line. What's your name and rank? Goes the next one, goes the next one.
yeah,
Up, and
thumbs
then
up, good
he goes
man, you
over here and
got
says, "Hey,
this.
those last two on the phone, what the fuck is going on?" Excuse my language, cut that out.
Yeah,
What's going on? That guy goes later and busts your butt.
yeah.
Paramilitary, buddy.
Because I always thought I want my people, and we're speaking very candid here, and I wasn't planning on hitting the record button. You said we've been sitting here talking for 20 minutes. I said, dude, you ought to hit the record button.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I've always thought uh I want my people, the people that I'm honored to work with, and I'm speaking very candidly here. I want them to love me, or at
Well,
the
you
very
want
least, and I use the word love, respect.
well, love has like four meanings, right? So I'm
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. So I want them to love me as I love them, so that if I get in a pickle, they'll go to battle with me.
Well, yeah, because love is not sex.
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah,
Love
yeah,
is
no.
not love is not submission or dominance. Love is not
Yeah.
any of those things, right?
It's a mutual admiration, mutual respect, and a mutual hey, I'll battle off the alligators for you because I know I got your back because I know you got my back.
If you think about that person when they're not around and you care or worry about their future, then you love
Mhm.
them.
Yeah, yeah. And I think it's so important, like for me not to be the feared person, because then if we get in a pickle, they're going to run for cover instead of, not that anybody's jumping on a grenade, but instead of jumping on the grenade for me. And I can't tell you how many times, like dear Miss Diane, I forgot to do something, and Diane would fall on the sword for me, figuratively speaking, and say, I meant to
My
give it to
fault.
him and I didn't." Or something like that. And I said, Diane, you don't need to do that, right? You don't need to do that. And but she knows that I would do it for her. Like, hey, Diane, I should have told her and I didn't, or I should have asked her and I didn't ask her, or whatever that thing is. But I do. I think it's important. I want my processor to really, really care, so that when it's 4:59 in the afternoon and something gets done, she'll or he'll do that extra little bit to make sure that
Dude,
happens.
100. Like,
Yeah,
you know how realtor and the real estate community I love
yeah,
and I cater to and I serve.
yeah,
There are some realtors that have been trained somehow, some way by somebody that the way to get things done is to have people be scared of you
yeah,
because you gave them the lead or you control the
yeah.
business, blah, blah. And there's a bunch of the really, really good ones don't do that,
Hmm.
right? But some of them do. And then sometimes loan officers, learn behavior, right?
Yeah.
So then sometimes I see loan officers do that internally with their processor, try to
Go a
make
little
the
further on that.
processor scared of them so that they'll do the work for
Mhm.
them first. And that is you talk about like an opposite, which is
Mhm.
the opposite of what you just said, right?
Well,
Like
there's
I will fall on the sword for my processor, and I have countless times.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't turn it into her in time. Oh, I didn't fill that out. It wasn't her fault.
Mhm.
Countless times.
Mhm.
And if there's an ugly call, let me do that. Let me do that one. Give me that one,
Mhm.
right? Um,
Mhm.
and that is all to say to your point, like to support what you just said. It's interesting you say that because I haven't followed that model, and now I'm thinking about it a lot.
Can I tell you a very I'm embarrassed or ashamed, not embarrassed, I'm ashamed to even tell that I have this story to tell.
Oh,
So very early in my career, I had a couple team members, and one of them wasn't working out.
mm,
And conflict avoidance, right? So finally, it was like, oh, I gotta. So I hired their replacement.
while they were still there.
Oh yeah, yeah. As long as somebody's not running around throwing rocks at my
100%.
windows.
I teach that
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah. Now, if they're throwing rocks and breaking my windows, if they're lighting fire to the place, you got to get rid of them, like now.
You never know
Almost
what'll
never is
happen.
that the case. Almost
Yeah,
never,
almost
right?
never. You never know what'll
Almost
happen
never.
when you hire another one. Sometimes they step up. But anyways, go ahead.
Well, So on this person I hired, oh dude, I told her her first assignment.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did. Her first assignment was to fire the person she was replacing. And dude, that has haunted me for the last
Did
20.
she take the job?
She did.
Did she stay?
She did.
You lucked out.
She did. Well, I don't know if I did or not, because, you know, hey, look, if the person was embezzling money or doing things to hurt us or something like that, hey, I'd have there's no shame, there's no grace given in that situation. But
Hmm.
in here, it just wasn't working out. Frankly, his or her skill set just wasn't up to standards, and it just wasn't going to work out. My dad
This
used to
is this
say,
is not the career for everybody.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And my dad used to say, hey, you can't put 10 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound sack. Like they just didn't have it. They just didn't have it. Not, or at this, maybe something else. Maybe they can play the violin like Beethoven. I don't know. But yeah, that was yeah. So it was when that happened, I went, I have got to fire me out of this position of the conflict stuff because I'd lose sleep over it. Like literally, I'd lose sleep over it. Like I got to have a talk with, Bob or Susan tomorrow, and it's not going to be a good conversation. And like I wouldn't sleep the night before because I care, and
Okay, so now this is getting deep really fast. Really fast is getting really deep. So what do you do? Like me and you,
yeah,
I can say this comfortably for almost for sure because I haven't asked you this question, but me and you, we will go get more leads and make more money so that we can hire someone to do what we don't want to do.
1,000%. Just like
And
I go make more money and when work harder so I can have somebody change the oil in my car,
yep,
put
yep,
new
yep, yep.
tires on my car, fix the
And
windshield,
and we
for sure.
almost need it. I almost need things I don't want to do, so I'll go be better at business.
Mm,
Now, that's a weird conversation in and of itself.
mm,
Um, but that's what the way we think immediately, and I've always thought that way. Not after the first 2 or 3 years, as soon as I saw a few people in the business that I thought that person can make 800 grand a year,
mm,
okay, I'm in the right job because
mm,
I can do it, right? So our solution is that, right?
mm.
Yeah. So the real question is, if people are listening, what does someone do that is now getting to 70, 80, 90 loans a year, wanting to go to 110, 120, 140, and needs to hire and fire and train and lead people and avoids conflict and can't afford to hire someone to do it for them? Because
Well,
hold on for the answer.
okay.
I want to show
Okay.
you something. I want to read this to you or show you something.
Okay.
I think just to tie it all in and get your thoughts because I'm very interested. This is a random conversation we're having.
Yep.
Um, but I've had this hanging on my wall for about 20 years.
Okay.
It says, it's from Jim Rohn, you know,
Brilliant man. Yeah.
brilliant, right? The
Yeah.
challenge of leadership is to be strong but not rude, be kind but not weak, be
Mm,
bold but not a bully, be thoughtful but not lazy, be humble but not timid, be proud but not arrogant, and have humor without folly.
mm.
Like, that's a lot.
So, for me, I agree with all that.
I don't know if I agree with it, but it's overwhelming.
Yeah. I just don't have the skill set to follow all of those. So no, I'm not saying like
I
be
don't either.
be firm but not a bully. Well, frankly, I find I'm not hugely firm, nor am I a bully, and I'm not going to be a bully. And I just
But
my
that's what he's
personality.
saying. He's saying to do what you said.
No, I get it, but I'm not the firmest person, right? And I'm not nor am I a bully. So it's like for me. All right, so I'm at 70 and I want to get to 120. What do I do? I need to hire somebody. I learned long ago I am not the HR department to my organization. And so,
Tell me about that.
all right, so for me, I haven't hired a processor in 20 some
Oh,
years. Hey,
Oh,
but listen, Allison
no,
has.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, Allison has. And so I choose. Remember, it goes back to I choose. So, hey, but Carl, I don't have that available. No, I choose to be in this situation where it's not available, right? Choose
I get
otherwise.
it. Yeah.
So in my situation, it's like,
Oh, I get it.
yeah, I'm not good at I'm not a great HR person. I know exactly what to do. I know exactly how to run the ads. I know exactly what the questions are, and I can do all that. But when I'm doing that, I'm not prospecting, and prospecting makes me more money than what an HR person costs. If you go,
Hmm.
right, Carl, I'm closing 5 loans a month. I can't afford an HR person. Go work somebody that has an HR person, right? I'm just saying, like go to
Yeah.
you know
And use it.
and what?
Use it.
Oh, absolutely use
So
it.
like you hire a financial planner, and this could be a really quick tangent. You
Yeah,
hire a
yeah,
financial planner from Morgan Stanley or one of those big companies.
yeah, yeah,
You're not hiring someone to choose stocks because you're paying a lot of money. You're paying 1% or more per year of your portfolio.
yeah.
You're hiring for the resources that that company has that you can
Yes,
use for free
yes,
if
yes.
you ask. If you
If you
ask.
ask, yeah,
Now, frankly, if you demand.
yeah,
And so what you're saying is work for a company that has the resources to take care of the things you don't want to take care of so you can do
yeah.
more, you can focus on loans and don't ask, frankly, demand.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly right. Which we can do another episode. We'll do it after this if we have time. Called the print the pipe wrench offer, right? The
Oh
pipe
yeah.
wrench offer. So we'll do. Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tip so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next. But anyway, yeah, yeah, I'm going to farm out all those things that would take me time that frankly is not my gift. I don't particularly enjoy doing per se,
And you're not good at.
and it keeps me from prospecting, which is where the big money is, because there's not an HR person likely on the planet, unless they work for
Man,
the government, that makes what you and I make, right? I can't imagine an HR person making, I mean, maybe they do, but I don't know of any making seven figures, right? I don't know of anybody doing that. And
they're
so if
doing
I'm
much,
doing their job,
they're not making 80 grand a month.
no,
No.
no, unless they work for the Department of whatever for the government, who knows?
Yeah,
But
that's funny.
yeah, I just farm it all out, and if like I'll go work for you or branch manager Susan down the road that's already got a team because I'm not going to be training anybody. I want to go where there's a team already trained. The analogy I always give on this one is, there's two ways to win the Daytona 500. One way is you build a car, you build an engine, you hire a tire changer, you hire an engine guy, you hire a chassis lady, you hire a gas lady or gas man, at the pit, you hire your pit crew, or I can go work with Jack Roush, whose team has won more Daytona 500s
And
than I
just
can
drive.
count, and I'm just going to drive. Because there's a
Mhm.
car he's going to plop me into that won the Daytona 500 the last 3 years in a row. So do I want to go recreate that or do I want to go jump in his car? Now it comes at a price. I'm going to give him part of my
The
winnings,
money.
right?
Yep.
I'm going to give him part of my winning. But it goes back to, would you rather have 100% of grape or 50% of watermelon?
There's the Venn diagram. We're talking about the Venn diagram. The
Yes.
magic in the mortgage business is a really good sales skills person,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
A really good operations team,
Yeah.
fulfillment,
Yep.
and then a company that supports that.
That's it.
Because sometimes there's a really good originator who has a really good team, but the company's always fighting with them.
I always, this whole nother topic. I know we're running here at the top of the hour. It's like, yeah, but I like them. I like who I work with.
What's that?
But you know what? Well, I don't want to make any,
Oh,
I don't want
why
to
am
make
I?
any,
Yeah, yeah. So here's the quote. Ready?
tell me.
You're playing small doesn't serve the world.
Hmm.
You're playing small when you do that.
Hmm.
That's a fear answer, bro. Yeah, but I like them. That means I'm scared to see if I'll like someone else. I don't know what it means, but
Yeah.
whenever I get like any like We're getting so deep. Anything out of fear, any decision made from fear is the wrong decision.
Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me, and we might, if we do publish this, what we're recording right now, it reminds me of what I called the battered wife or the battered husband syndrome. Is like the husband or the wife is getting beat up, and maybe not physically, but sometimes yes,
Yeah,
but emotionally.
for sure.
Uh, well, look what I made him do. Look what I made her do. Look what,
Oh,
but I love him. I love her.
they look at the things they've done wrong to say, "Who am I to tell them or judge them?"
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. It's
I've,
like
I've, I've
it,
done that in small ways before.
yeah, and I guess if you're in the middle of a relationship like that, maybe you can't see the forest for the trees kind of thing. I'm just going to go on record. The lovely Mrs. White keeps me in line, and so, so
You know
that's
what's funny about that?
tell me,
Anybody who knows my wife
yes,
thinks that she is the most like sweetest, and she is loving. She's a first grade teacher. Like if you see her with kids,
how could you not?
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. And then with her boys, but man, with me, that girl holds me accountable.
Yeah, it's mine too. So you married a first grade teacher, which is awesome, man. That's great.
It's awesome.
I married a nurse.
That's awesome too.
Oh, it's even better. Hey, by the way, let me give you one piece of advice I gave my daughters when they were looking for husbands, right? Or when they were dating.
Yeah.
I said, let me tell you something. You never want to be somebody's purse or their nurse. You don't want to be their purse or their nurse.
Oh
And
wow.
and then I married a nurse. You know,
You don't want to be someone's purse or their nurse. So
Expect, where that really comes into play is as time goes on, and maybe something didn't work out the first marriage and going for the second. I actually got that line from one of my lady friends that Maria and I are friends with, and I don't know, she was like 50 or so or something like that, and she was back in the dating scene,
purse or their
and yeah, and
nurse.
she says I have to be very careful at this age, being 50, is I don't want to be somebody's purse or their nurse.
Oh my
Uh, you
gosh.
know, I think that goes for any age, but
Their
anyway,
purse or their nurse.
yeah, don't be their purse or their nurse. Yeah. So anyway,
Wow, that's pretty deep.
all right, man,
Dude, that's good. That's fun
let's
stuff.
wrap this. Hey, I want to talk about in the next couple episodes the pipe wrench offer, which I think is a very good message.
Hmm.
And I also want to talk about are we focused on the are we focused on the symptoms or are we focused on the problem? Like what's the difference between like so many loan officers, we focus on the symptom and not the problem. We're focused on I have a fever. Yeah, but what's causing it?
Uh-huh.
What's causing it? So I want that to be our next episode. So
That sounds like a tracking episode to me, but we'll
yeah.
see.
Hey, we always have to have a call to action because that's what we teach. Anytime you have a conversation with somebody, always, always, always have a call to action. What do you want? What do you want to do here? We could do event, breakfast club,
Yeah, so
talk to the team.
I could tell you the best thing that I didn't really realize that we do, in my opinion.
Tell me,
The most effective, efficient, most embarrassing, difficult thing that we do.
tell
And
me.
if you're a member, so if you, the call to action is if you're not a member, raise your hand, get a one-on-one with our team to see if there's a fit, just so that you can be a member to our daily success plan, which is universal.
Yeah.
And the way we do it, where you don't have to do it alone, where you can have someone to teach you, to be with you, to lift you up, to celebrate with you, is unique.
Mm,
I mean, it really is. And if and the reason I'm saying this is
oh, yeah.
my son just came to me. My son, my oldest son.
Mm,
I'll tear up. Uh,
mm,
Dad, do you think I could ever be a loan officer?
mm.
I'm like, oh, I don't know, bro. I think you can be whatever you want to be, but if he wants to be a loan officer, all he's got to do is be on those 4 days.
That's it.
And the only way you can do that is raise your hand and check it out. But
Mm,
it's magical. But the most frustrating thing is that I taught that for 25 years before I met you and never thought of doing it the way we do it.
mm.
Because the way we do it is magic.
We say it only always works. Honest to gosh,
It
Like
always
it
works.
always, there's no little asterisk or your results may vary or hey, we got to be careful with the FTC that we make a. I've never once
It
ever
always works.
seen somebody do it and not have epic success. I've seen people quit, right? I've seen people quit. They come to find out and say, "Oh, if I need to get in shape, I got to do some jumping jacks." Right? I've seen people tap out and go, "Okay, I'm okay with being not
Yeah.
fit. I'm okay with
And
being,"
that's okay.
and it is okay.
It
It
is
is
okay.
okay.
Whoever you want to be is okay. But if you
But
want to
then I have to
grow,
stop. Then I have to stop complaining about it because
oh, you
I
can either
chose
have
that.
excuses or you can have results, but you cannot have both.
Can't have both, and it's okay. And for me, I found out like my brokerage. People you'd hear about people. Hey, I don't want to talk. I don't want to call anybody. I don't want to go meet with people. I don't want to. I don't want to come across salesy and all that. And they have that sales reluctance or whatever that is, which
Yeah.
sometimes comes
So did
across
I.
like yeah, And I came to the conclusion my broke reluctance out trumps
Outweighs my
my
total
sales
reluctance.
reluctance. Yeah, that I hate being broke. I've
I
been
hate
yeah.
I hate hoping that somebody else will pick up the check, and I have been there.
Mm.
You ever been at a big dinner and hoping someone else will pick up the check? I have, and it's
Dude, I remember one time there was a bunch of us loan officers at an event, and I think there was like 15 of us, and we're all sitting around the table, and somebody said, "Hey, y'all want to play credit card roulette?" Which is when the waitress
oh,
comes
you
out
threw them all in
with a
and then just
bill.
pick one. Yeah,
Yeah, you put all the credit cards in the hat, and the
they
waitress,
grab one.
yeah, the waitress pulls one out of the hat, so to speak. We use a little bread basket. And I'll never forget that I was in Seattle, Washington at an event. And that's a great idea. And everybody put it in. And she drew it out. And it was this lady sitting next to me. Uh, and I could see in her eyes the oh crap moment when she saw it
Oh
was
no!
hers.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah. And I thought, all right, how do you recover from this?
How do you fix this?
And so what I did was, so I was speaking at the event, right? And so what I did is, hey, we were just kidding. Like, she didn't say anything, but I saw it in her face, man. I
Uh-huh.
did. It's like somebody just pulled a gun on her, figuratively speaking, right?
Yep, yep, yep.
And I said, hey, we were just kidding. Like, of course I'm going to cover it. I'm honored to have you guys here. And because some of the people around the table were big hitters, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But you're talking about, I don't know, probably a $400 or $500, lunch bill, something like that. So I don't know why I even brought that story up.
No, because dude, that's real.
Yeah. 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 It's nice to, you know what? It's nice to pay it and not think twice about it.
It's nice to pay it
No.
and not brag about it.
And that's true too. Yeah. And I'm not saying this to be a braggadocious.
Well,
I'm
not
just,
you. I'm just saying, like, you got to
yeah,
do
yeah.
it with
For
family.
inspirational. Yeah.
It's like, why would you do like Carl? You've been really successful.
As you.
We've saved money. Someone taught us, or by God's
Somebody taught
grace,
me. Somebody
someone
taught
taught
me.
me how to save money. Otherwise, I wouldn't have any.
Same here. I'd spend every dime
I wouldn't have any of it.
I made.
And why? And my answer is so we could teach others and take care of people. Period.
Hmm. Yeah. Anybody says money won't bring you happiness hasn't given enough of it away.
Oh, that's
Hmm.
for sure. Like,
Hmm.
are you more happy buying a new Porsche or are you more happy taking care of someone? For me, it's hands down.
Hey, I'll
Baby.
tell you a story, and we might edit this out because I don't want it to come across the wrong way.
Yeah.
A dear friend of mine, Anne Maria's, so nobody here knows her, right? That might be listening to this. Her husband died about 10 years ago now.
Mm,
So, and she's about my age, Maria's age. I got a couple years on Maria, but about our age. Husband died about 10 years ago, left her in a bit of a pickle, right? Not his fault, not her fault. It
happen.
wasn't counting on him dying, you know? And she came down with cancer here a year ago.
But she did.
And she's doing well. So, boy, she's been through the ringer though. But the chemo and all the whole 9 yards, sick, lost her hair,
Huh.
just devastating. But she's doing good. It looks like she's going to beat it, right? But it's been financially devastating because she couldn't work,
Yeah.
right? She couldn't get out of bed. and her car, the transmission was slipping on it, was going bad. I said, we were up there visiting, and I said, we'll see how much it would cost. She called up. It was going to be like 12,000. I had no idea
Yeah, I was
transmission.
gonna say 10 to 10 grand.
Yeah, it was
Sure, 10
12.
grand.
It was a Ford and $12,000. And I went, holy cow. And she said, well, it also needs this, that, this, that. So Maria and I were talking outside a little later on. I said, fixing that car make no sense. Let's go get her a car.
Get her a Honda, man.
Get her a car. That's what we did. We went and got her a Toyota RAV4.
Perfect.
And great car. And I'm just sitting there. We were just so grateful and blessed that we could write a check to go buy a car. And I'm not going to say I didn't think a thing about it because I did think a thing about it. I thought gratitude and gratefulness. But you know what, Jimmy? It all came from hanging out with people like you, right? It all came from Ron Poutney, who taught me how to save money, the 25% thing.
Hmm.
It all come from the day the good Lord blessed me by introducing Diane in my life, where we had this explosive mortgage business, where we
Really good
averaged
people.
52 closings a month for a year.
Wow.
The gratitude of Ralph Watkins, who got me in the industry, and the gratitude of opening my eyes to see when I need help and to envision
Asking
what's
for help.
possible. Yeah, to envision what's possible and go make that happen. That writing that check was, I'm not going to say it wasn't a big deal, because it was a big deal, but it wasn't a big deal to my bank account. It was a big deal to my gratitude that we could do it.
It was a big deal to
Uh,
her.
and it was dude, it was
A
like a
big deal to her.
big deal. But you know what, brother? Should have done the same for me.
100%.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have done it. If he's, I'll be
Now,
honest.
truth be known, but she'd have done it for me in a New York second. And
In
you know
New
what?
York,
Hell, it might be me next year, right? You don't know. You don't
you
know.
don't know,
You
man.
don't
You don't
know.
know. Like,
You don't
I,
know. Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's a
anyway,
blessing, man.
all right, man. Hey, so if you want to talk to somebody on the team,
You want to
uh,
be part of DSP? Do you want to be the success plan every day? Then talk to someone on the team, right?
yeah, and probably the best way to do that is here. I got an idea. Not only we would talk, we'll kind of show you everything that we've got, and
Mm,
and you kind of look to see, kind of take it for a test drive kind of thing. If you go to mmademo.com, MMA for Mortgage Marketing Animals, demo, DEMO, mmademo.com, would love to show you around a little bit. And if you ask them to give you something cool, I guarantee they'll do that.
yeah. And the timing's really right because the next semester's starting and we got new groups.
That's exactly right. And boy, we're seeing some epic results. So anyway, I appreciate you, my brother.
I mean, thanks.